Greetings, Eric Davis, Haydocy Airstream, Columbus, Ohio. Today, we're showcasing 30-foot International Serenity. This is kind of the go-to platform for the International Series in the Airstream lineup. I'm going to do a quick walk around. We'll go inside, get a little more comfortable with everything that goes on this platform. But let's start with kind of the go-to stuff that's up front with the Airstream. We start by, first of all, this is all the Mylar Lexan. This is the bulletproof plastic of the Airstream, but is actually the signature of the Airstream. What do I mean by that? All of your light is pouring into the front of this trailer. If you look at travel trailers in general, it's what you don't see. No front windows, no back windows. That's why the panoramic wrap windows in an Airstream, frankly, is the spectacular part of what we do. Now, you have kind of cool stuff here, built-in awnings, along with tempered glass, which is 3-position. So I've got like 4 feet of window that is going to allow light in, of course, but certainly the opportunity to let air in, both front to back in your Airstream. We're seeing now, we have not removed the protective wraps on the stainless steel. What is that? That's the jewelry of your Airstream. That's protecting the beautiful aluminum surface with stainless steel. You own your Airstream for a few years, farm those out, get more jewelry, make your Airstream look good. I haven't placed the aluminum propane tank, but what we're seeing up front here is 60 pounds of propane, and it is an automatic switchover. As I burn through one tank, automatically switches over to the next tank. While we're standing here, what am I looking at? 4,000 pounds of Atwood electronic jack. This allows you, when you're rolling down the road, to latch onto this thing, raise it up, put your sway control into place, and head out. Also, when you come back down, we're on a level playing field with your jack system set up properly. So this is kind of the cool thing about being able to certainly adjust the level of your trailer to level it, but also when you're hooking up and rolling down the road. You have dual deep cycle batteries. So here I have 2 deep cycle 12-volt batteries. I also have the luxury of up front here in the tongue having a plug-in for solar. That would be if I want to supplement what I'm doing to keep my batteries in the game. Also, on all Airstreams, we have a quick disconnect propane port. Well, what's that allow me to do? Well, very simply, I can plug in that gas grill. I can have additional line where I might carry a small propane fire, a little pit. Might use it for hooking up to my Coleman grill. So I've got all that fun stuff at my fingertips. So we have a lot of business going on in the front of our Airstream. As we walk around, we're going to look down the entire length of the travel trailer here, and we're going to see that we have awnings. Now, these are window awnings, keeping in mind they are a Sunbrella fabric. They're antimicrobial. You don't smell the vinyl. These are, once again, Sunbrella fabric, meaning that I am also utilizing an awning that behind this panel right here is my refrigeration system. So that is actually going to keep my refrigeration system in the game. Going to increase its productivity and longevity. A couple of new things for Airstream. They've gone to your stabilizers on the exterior. So now I can access them quickly as opposed to going under the trailer. So you do have stabilizers on all 4 corners. Let's talk about windows. All, once again, tempered glass. These are Galley type windows that open up 3 positions. If my awning is fully extended, they're still complete functioning. But look at all the light that's pouring into the Airstream. This is the difference about what Airstream represents. I have a 6-gallon recycling Atwood water heater. I have also access for cable and satellite. while I am wired on top of my trailer for satellite, I have the luxury of possibly being able to plug in a satellite system using what's called a tailgater without mounting something on top of my trailer. Very cool. Then we have some of the business stuff. I have my freshwater port. That is where I'm connecting to city water. My city water connection in an Airstream has a regulator internally built. So I am limiting my water pressure to 65.5 psi. I don't have to carry an external water pressure regulator. Then we have the cute thing here. This is my black water flush system. So as I'm handling my poop and water, which by the way, somewhat easily designated by a black pull and a gray pull, gray water tank, black water tank. I have lighting underneath, but then I have the luxury of having a black water flush system which sits at the top of my black tank. I apply pressurized water, blows out, it's clean hands. I'm keeping my system in the game. I have an external shower, both hot and cold running water with the same overhead wand that I'm using inside the trailer. I'm equipped here for 50 amps of service. I can exist as quickly on 30 amps though as 50. As we make our way around the Serenity, what pops? Of course, guess what? Duplicated in the back of the Serenity are the panoramic windows. So a couple of things that we see here, of course, you have the awning windows that will wrap around the side, window awning in the back. That same beautiful amount of air that can run through the back of the Airstream as opposed to the front. Now, pointing out a couple of details. First of all of your exterior lamps are LED. They utilize very little power. Plus, they're going to last that lifetime. You have a rear camera system. Notice I did not say backup camera. Performs beautifully as a backup camera. Keeping in mind, as a rear camera system, as I'm rolling down the road, which it seems to me you're going to be going forward more than you're going backward, as I look down at a 7-inch display, I am seeing 3 lanes of traffic. I know when I make a move what's on my left, what's on my right. The other thing is storage. This is I have, of course, a diamond plate interior with beautiful. By the way, all of these doors are insulated far better than the exterior hull of the Airstream. Keeping in mind, this is a 30-foot twin, which you will see on the inside. Let's not forget, by the way, what's kind of fun is I have rear storage. The bumper storage is cool because I do have an undermount sewer hose storage. However, I'm old. I don't like to bend over, so obviously my rear bumper becomes important. As we make our way around, the first thing I'm going to see is awning. I'm able to certainly 8.5 feet of Sunbrella fabric awning that goes out the exterior. I'm pointing out here though, if you do a walk around on a twin platform, I have outside storage on both starboard port and certainly in the back of the trailer. So once again, as we work our way towards the inside of the trailer, I'm going to point out also potable water. My potable water is located, the tank, in between my axles. That literally gives me the opportunity. Airstream as a manufacturer will say load up on water because of the stance then that you get with the 4 points of contact with the road. Quick shout out to our axle system. It is a Dexter axle system. You have no lube hubs, never adjust brakes. What that means is that goes to the maintenance of the travel trailer. Very little maintenance on an Airstream. If we look along the top surface, you're going to see enameled aluminum. As we look at this beautiful membrane finish on the aluminum surface, it's lasting for years without the opportunity to, I don't have to repolish this Airstream. It's going to be with us for a while. Same thing with the 4 independent axles. And we've now gone to the Goodyear Endurance tires. Why? You want to roll down the road at 70 miles an hour and keep those in the game? Nicely done. You have exterior, this is your access panel for your forced air furnace. You have outside hookup for your 110 outlet, keeping in mind I have to be plugged into shore power in order to enable that. A quick shout out before we walk into our trailer. First of all, the screen. I have my people protector. I got my child and dog protector. And this is a fully welded aluminum frame. The other thing about the door, yes, we have the light permeating into the trailer, but Airstream, it takes about 8 hours for that door to be constructed, and you can see it grabs the interior door when we roll back in. What's new and exciting for Airstream also is the aluminum steps, which allow us to have 2 different steps from the standpoint of topography. If I'm rolling in, I might only need 1 step as opposed to 2 steps. Once again, beautiful exterior on the Airstream, but guess what? Let's check this out inside. Come on in. As we walk into the 30-foot International Serenity, I think what is most important and what catches the eye, if you will, is the amount of light that's pouring in. I have certainly all of my panoramic windows. I have my radius windows that work their way back, and then I have the beautiful Vista View windows. So along with overhead skylights, this is really what makes Airstream the platform that it is. Let's let the light in. So right away, what I'm looking at from the Serenity standpoint would be some of the cool stuff. I have backlit grass cloth access to all of my cabinetry. I have all LED lighting, which by the way is rheostated, so I can bring it up, let it down, and I have that on the entire platform. And then we see a sea of leather. Now, the product we're looking at here is called Ultra Leather. Ultra Leather is a product that breathes. No hot sticky in the summer, no cool slick in the winter. This is the beautiful espresso color, kind of a deep chocolate. You have different opportunities as far as leather color is talked about. But once again, that glove soft feel, but above and beyond that, kid-proof, dog-proof. If I have an issue with an individual cushion, I can replace a cover. Beautiful. Back here and back, I'm going to have additional storage. I'm going to have accent LED lighting. I have my Clarion sound system. You also have located under your dinette here for your living space a subwoofer. I got no idea what a subwoofer is, but you got one. Then the next thing, as we walk our way around, you're going to see, first of all, the luxurious overhead vent system for ducted AC. Those of you who have Airstreams from bygone days are used to that jet engine within the frame of the trailer. Guess what? Now I can direct the flow of air. I have my vents, which will take me, if I'm done in my master, I can certainly direct that flow of air. Fantastic fans. This allows you to move tens of thousands of cubic feet of air with the ability to turn on my fantastic fan. By the way, they also have moisture sensors. So I'm moving air through, but if I miss the opportunity and I didn't have my vent closed, moisture to that is going to turn that system off. We have the luxury of having a pull-out here, so I now can put the big double in front. I have storage. All of my brains of my operation is at my fingertips. So I have exterior awning lamps. I have my ceiling lamps on rheostats. I have all of my exterior and interior accents. And I have my battery disconnect at my fingertips. So as I'm walking in the door, everything is there. Let's talk about our galley. I have a pop-up here, of course, done with, this is all Corian, so I have solid surface countertops. I have a beautiful backsplash, which runs the entire length of the galley. I have my growy, so obviously I have, and it pivots out of the way. There are certainly lucite covers, so I can create more counter space. I have the beautiful porthole windows with the ocean air shades. As we work our way back, we're seeing the fun stuff, the brains of the operation. This is my sea level control panel. All of these are external monitors, by the way, but this allows me the opportunity. I know where I am with my battery, my fresh water, my gray water, my black water. So I'm probably going to stand here for my entire camping trip knowing exactly where I am at all times. I also have my water pump at my fingertips. Along with that, I have the ability to turn on an inverted outlet system. That gives me power at my fingertips. That would mean when I'm at the rest area, I'm going to crank on these HD LED TVs, which maybe my guy next to me does not have that opportunity. So I have 1,000 watts of power for that coffee maker, for that television system, to plug in my computer. Power at my fingertips. I have the luxury here of having not only propane stove, propane range top, but also microwave. So once again, yes, I've got storage, I've got fun things, even the opportunity to have that trash can. So a great galley and certainly a tremendous amount of storage across from my dinette. Now the dinette obviously will drop down. I have two little pocket catches. It drops down, so I have my sleeper here. But also look at the light that's pouring into my, giving me the luxury of having a dedicated dining space with a dedicated lounge space. So just in the front of this 30-foot Serenity, just look at the opportunities we have here. As we make our way midship, I'm going to just touch on the fact I've got the big screen TV here, HD LED, which I have the luxury of being able to work off of that inverted system. When I get to my midship, I'm going to first glance at what is almost 8 cubic feet of refrigerator freezer. By the way, it's luxurious to the point that I choose the energy that I'm pulling off of. While certainly I can have it pull off of my shore power, I have a setting that is automatic where the moment I pull from shore power, it will automatically switch over to propane. When I get to my campsite, I can plug back in, automatically switches back over. In completing my pantry, I certainly have adjustable shelving for my pantry access, certainly more storage up top here. And then, in order to segregate from, if I've got guests, I can close off midship, which means if I'm utilizing my master bedroom or I'm utilizing my lavatory, makes all the sense in the world. I have dual wardrobe. So once again, and this is a polyester float coat, so I have, obviously it's beautiful from the standpoint of how it's designed. I have light pouring in, so if I am shutting off my center deck, what that allows me to do, I'm still going to have light pouring in, and let's check out the luxurious bathroom. So while I have certainly all kinds of cabinetry, overhead 12 volt, I've growy from the standpoint of my faucets are concerned, and plenty of room on the inside of my lavatory, including the fun porthole window, plenty of room in there to change my socks. And since I can segregate my area, I then have my walk-in shower with an overhead 12 volt, so I can exhaust. And by the way, this is all, it has a magnet catch, and it's all pebbled glass. So once again, this is about Airstream utilizing, let's say, better end stuff. This is my favorite. Obviously, we're now walking into the master bedroom. Now, in a twin setup, what this allows me to do is, boy, I've got space to change my socks, but let's say that I'm hanging out with my folks and I want to do kind of a lounge thing. I can have a pop-up table here, and now I literally have an open lounge area. I have nightstands. I have storage undermount, which comes with drawers. I have a beautiful pillow top mattress, which is going to be a little longer than the standard queen in an Airstream. But please understand why I'm looking here. I have all of this beautiful panoramic windows. You have directional LEDs for reading. I have additional overhead for the storage. And then I have wardrobes on either side. I have storage wardrobe, hanging wardrobe, and once again, I have the secondary HD LED TV. We have certainly pillows. You love pillows? Buy an Airstream. Once again, this is a 30-foot Serenity. We want you to come out and see it. My name is Eric Davis. Pick up the phone, call me. Area code 614-279-8880. Or you can reach me via email, eric@haydocy, HAYDOCY.com. Once again, 30-foot Serenity. Two things. I want you to go camping, but the second thing, enjoy the journey.